Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back through daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Stellar Lumens, aka XLM. So sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I do just want to ask you guys to please leave a like on this video. It does help the channel grow immensely, and of course I always do greatly appreciate it. And if you do find any of the information in this video valuable, useful, or interesting in any sort of way, definitely hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on to never miss a future update. So overall, let's talk about XLM. So right now, currently, we are seeing Bitcoin breaking above 37.5K. That is a significant point to really watch for. You know, from my videos earlier today, I said, you know, Fridays are usually volatile, but I mean, things are looking a little bit good right now. But I'm not going to get too excited. We still have the weekend to really kind of look forward to. I'm going to be watching over the weekend, really kind of addressing a few things and updating you guys fully. But it looks like the market is looking pretty good. But overall, let's look into XLM. So trading volume still down about 20%. This actually hit a very significant low. A low that I never thought this would actually hit, coming all the way down to about like 17 some cents. Okay, on the chart, when we're looking at the chart, right, we're in a consolidation for 200 and almost 60 days now, and we came down to test about 17 cents almost exact. It was like 16.9. Here's the weekly chart, by the way. We are testing weekly support. If we go back all the way to 2017 and 2018, look at this support. This is crazy. Okay, so right now at our current level, and we could actually go back in time. I don't know if Bitstamp actually has the full. So pretty much a lot of these don't have a lot of price data overall. Maybe Coinbase would have more. So yeah, I mean overall, the price that we're at currently is testing support going all the way back to 2017 in terms of December before it went to the all-time high. And you guys could see that on the chart here. I could actually add that real quick. So the level that we recently just tested in terms of support is that same exact level that we've seen in the week of December 18th before it went parabolic. I'm just saying, beware of the wake-up date for XLM. The reason why I say this is because XLM has been a sleeping giant. Same with XRP. Both of these move extremely close to one another in a cohesive fashion. And right now, I'm really kind of awaiting us to get back into that 25 cent to 30 cent overall chop zone, as you guys do see labeled up there. Now, if we're talking about the major point where I'm really kind of watching XLM break above, it would pretty much be this, you know, multi-week overall resistance level of about like 42.5 cents. I'm awaiting that to be broken out, but once XLM really breaks out, I think it's going to be, you know, it's going to be a shockwave throughout this entire market. Same with even XRP. I actually mentioned this yesterday. I said when XLM and XRP finally wake up, they will shock everyone, and they will. Because when we're talking about XLM and Stellar, okay, we go back to 2017 and 2018. This did a massive run from like 1 cent all the way to like 90 some cents. It's like 90x. I mean, it's crazy to think, but these assets, when they run, when they wake up, these are laggard assets, by the way. These are assets that run last during the bull market. So we have a little bit more time to accumulate. We also have time to diversify our holdings, get into other assets, make gains on those assets and actually flood them into XRP and XLM. That way we could turn like, you know, maybe a 10x opportunity, maybe even like a 50x opportunity into like a 100 to 500x opportunity. And the way that I'm thinking about this is like, say for so, I don't know, HBAR goes off before XLM, right? You make 10x gains on HBAR. All of a sudden you flood that profit into XLM and make an additional maybe 10, 30, 40, 100x, that would be ridiculous. But these prices that we're seeing in this market right now, honestly, are extremely, in my opinion at least, extremely good opportunities. You know, I've been talking to you guys about HBAR, XRP, even XLM for quite some time. When we are talking more so about like even assets like Link, right? Like Chainlink, where is she? I know that she's somewhere here. I even think that is like around the September lows of like, we're talking about like 2020, around that time period. So a lot of these prices that we're seeing throughout this market right now, like here's Chainlink at $16.20. Funny thing about Chainlink at around this price target is if we go to the all-time chart, you know, look at these prices that we're at. These are going back to those summer lows, but also even going as far back as like 2020. So we're testing these major resistance points. We're testing these major support zones as well. We know XRP and XLM both move very closely. They have done incredible gains in the past. We're talking about like, you know, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 90 X's on these. The ROI potential here is absolutely massive. From 60 cents on, you know, XRP, like this could be an easy 20x opportunity if we hit $12, which I've always said is a possibility. I've always said, you know, 10 to 15, around that range is like the sweet spot for XRP. But like I said, you know, you make your gains on HBAR, on other altcoins, you flood it into these assets, and you can make extremely massive gains on those gains that you've already made. It's crazy, but that is exactly how this market works. I love to do swing trades like that because that is where you are the most profitable. Now, the best thing about XLM and Stellar Lumens is that we are still seeing massive developments happening while they are sleeping. You know, for example, Lumenswap, right? Lumenswap is a great overall use case built on Stellar. This is a decentralized exchange, as you guys are probably all aware of. This is similar to like Uniswap. Best thing about it is we do see here Lumenswap is a successful utility token for a client built on top of the Stellar decentralized exchange. And look at the holding accounts. This is crazy. This is massive growth in just the last 30 days alone. I mean, this has gone up by over 1,000 accounts, and we do see Lumenswap mentioned in here, or, you know, saying powered by participation, not airdrops. Now, of course, is this, you know, taking a little bit of a shot at, you know, Ripple? Not necessarily, but I do think that this is actually pretty funny. But it is also the idea that this is actual massive organic growth. This is great to see. Lumenswap is a very solid overall decentralized exchange. A lot of the products that are built on Stellar are very good. I even said this since, you know, the inception of, you know, major products that are even built on XRP, even HBAR and stuff. Like, you got to pay attention to the development behind the initial product, and then also pay attention to what's happening within these small products as well. Lumenswap definitely is not a small product, though. I wouldn't even say that it is a small product because now it's actually pretty big. People know about Lumenswap. You know, it is a fairly large, you know, overall, you know, project. But also it's the idea that, you know, you really need to pay attention to what these decentralized exchanges are offering. In my opinion, when we're talking about Uniswap paying like gas fees and stuff, that is just absolutely terrible. This, on the other hand, is going to give you guys such a, like, so much better of a benefit in terms of swapping out tokens to one another. You know, this is going to give you the best prices, the fast and low cost prices in general, open and decentralized, support of popular wallets as well. Like, you know, there's, for an example, you know, we do see Rabbit, Frighter, Albedo, and even private keys. So, you know, this is supporting some pretty solid wallets, and of course, swap your assets easily. You could do Bitcoin to Ethereum. And again, it's all the best prices, similar to Uniswap. You know, focus on some of these use cases because these are very interesting. And of course, we've seen Stellar also quote this saying, "Congrats to Stellar ecosystem companies Sendwire and Settle, who just announced an integration to offer in-demand on/off ramps in Argentina and Brazil. An excellent example of ecosystem collaboration that helps drive utility of the network." And if you guys did miss this, it's actually pretty interesting to say the least. We could pretty much read more about this, but I don't want to break down too much of this because I actually want to talk more so about some of these use cases that are built on Stellar that are actually going to be domino affecting in terms of Stellar growth as well. But this is also very cool. And of course, we know that this is all possible through Stellar. So again, this is awesome to see, and I love innovation like this. I love these, you know, fiat on/off ramps. This is why I'm also invested into Alchemy Pay, for example. These bridges that are being built are detrimental for, one, crypto adoption, but also crypto utility and use in general. And of course, we do see here, I'm excited to share that we officially relaunched Stellar Org's marketing grants program, a $6 billion XLM fund worth $1.1 billion to accelerate the growth and user acquisition of projects built on Stellar. Applications are now open for submissions. So we are going to see projects similar to the Lumenswap almost, being built out on Stellar. And this is going to be ramping up. This is worth $1.1 billion in terms of the grants program. So this is actually fairly large. If you guys missed it, of course, You know, for an example, Hedera just launched their overall grant program just recently, and we've been seeing some very incredible overall projects being built from that. And of course, we just hear, why is this important? These funds provide support for digital and offline marketing and app incentives, PR, communications, and more. More users mean more downstream network activity, but this is just part of the story. Marketing grants are just one part of what SDF offers in total grants and funding to projects building on and contributing to the growth of the Stellar network. SDF has nearly a dozen programs to support projects building on, and of course you guys can read more about this if you guys are interested, but overall this is great to see. We are going to see a lot more development. We're going to see a lot more growth. I honestly think that when we're talking about 2022, this is going to be the year where a lot of assets start to make their main stage welcome and pretty much main stage spotlight as well. I do believe that XLM, you know, even similar to XDC, I've always talked to you guys about XDC as well. XLM is also very overlooked just because, you know, it used to be a fork of XRP, but they're building out solid things. The project is absolutely insane if you think about it. In terms of ISO 222 tokens, I continue to stack XRP, XLM, XDC, and even Algorand, technically, if you want to throw that one in there as well, but IOTA as well. A lot of these projects, these assets have a ton of value behind them. XLM definitely is one to watch for. Do not disregard the 2017-2018 bull run that it did, and definitely do not disregard the current position that we're at, because if we're doing like, I'm telling you, if we do like a 10x from here, 20x, 30x, 40x, like I've always said, Stellar, in my opinion, has the possibilities to go to like $2 to $5 easily. You know, we go back to the all-time high or the all-time low 7 years ago, right? It hit about like, it was like around like a fraction of a cent, and then all of a sudden, all-time high, 2018, 4 years later, hits 94 cents almost. And like I said, it went from like 1 cent to like 94 cents. So that's a 94x. I'm not saying that we're going to do a 94x, you know, again. I'm just saying pay attention to this project because there is a ton of gains to be made here. You know, I believe that this is a 10x opportunity at least to go to $2. I think $2 is like bare minimum prices in my opinion. You know, I'm just saying this could easily be like a 20, 30, 40x if we're talking more so about like Bitcoin going on a parabolic last wave 5 blow off top event to like $100,000 plus. You know, we're going to be seeing Stellar at some very high figure numbers. But of course, you know, my targets are a little bit more conservative. I'm still thinking about like $2 to $5 for XLM, maybe like $4 being like a stretch a little bit. But of course, $5 is more so where I'm dead set on, you know, selling a lot of my bag. I'm gladly patient enough to wait for $5. Maybe it doesn't happen this bull run, but if you guys do want to take a little bit less risk off the table, you know, focus more so on like, you know, $2 to $4, if you will. But again, I think that that's bare minimum prices, especially if we're talking more so about, you know, XRP going to like, you know, $10 to $15, which I always said is like sort of the sweet spot. And if we're talking about like $10 to $15 on XRP, sorry, then we could talk more so a little bit higher numbers on XLM, maybe like $4 to $7. But again, I'm still looking at just $2 to $4 specifically, just because I think that that is like a nice, you know, sort of risk off area. But of course, you know, do your own research, have your own exit plans, have your own exit targets. But of course, with all of that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are. And this has been Nick. Peace out, guys.